out as a small fishing village, Hong Kong has flourished to become one of the world's most prominent international metropolises. Since the 1970s, the city has experienced a booming economy and population, with new towns, commercial buildings, public infrastructures, and transport network rapidly expanded to cater for the demand. The construction industry was at its peak in the 1980s, when large-scale infrastructure and property developments contributed to an increasing demand for surveying talents. And that hastened the establishment of Hong Kong Institute of Surveyors, the city's very own professional organization representing the surveying profession.
The idea of forming Hong Kong Institute of Surveyors began after the Sino-British negotiation for the return of Hong Kong to China, and also as part of the general trend for professional bodies in Hong Kong to form their local institutes as separate from their respective bodies in the United Kingdom. The need for the formation of the Hong Kong Institute of Surveyors was not just felt by our own members, but also as an answer to the demand by the building industry for promotion of local expertise and local qualification. As a result of such development of the HKIS in its initial stage, its size of membership quickly grew from a mere 100 in its first year to over 250 after the second year. Suffice it to add that its current membership is over 8,000.
Before the establishment of the Hong Kong Institute of Surveyors, there already existed in Hong Kong an institute exclusively established by the land surveyors, known as the Hong Kong Institute of Land Surveyors. But as you know, land surveyor is only one branch of the whole surveying institute. In the year when I was the president, I am successful in persuading the two institutes, the Hong Kong Institute of Surveyor and the Hong Kong Institute of Land Surveyor, to amalgamate together. And that brings an even better prospect for all surveyors in Hong Kong.
Incidentally, 1991 was the election year for the LegCo's functional constituency seats. Other than the election affairs, another major event was that we had established strong linkage with the relevant authorities in the mainland China responsible for the land and real estate development, particularly the Ministry of Construction and the State Land Administration Bureau. Through a series of visits and conferences, we had enhanced mutual understanding on how the surveying profession could contribute and assist in the urbanization process in the mainland China.
I remember when I was president, one of the things that we had to do or help was to help Hong Kong, at that time, technical college, to change from a college to a university so that the surveying degree would become from high diploma. And Hong Kong was very lucky, and for the surveying profession too, went through a period where the building profession and industry always went through an expansion mode. So it offered a lot of opportunity for youngsters who are prepared to work hard and prepared to put their effort and career in the surveying profession. And I'm very proud that Hong Kong IS, I'm sure, has been a very major contributor to the talents and expertise that Hong Kong required through all this half a decade of building and development.
I had the honor of being its president for 2 terms, and we spent a lot of time, I think, if I remember rightly, looking after our members. But I think gradually the Institute has grown, and obviously it still looks after its members, but it is seen much more out in the public area and government consult with them on a regular basis. With the growth of the property business all around Asia, I think the Institute will find itself getting busier all the time.
A decade later, the looming British handover of Hong Kong to China unnerved many of Hong Kong's residents, triggering a wave of mass immigration amongst professionals who could afford to move to the United States, Britain, Canada, Australia, and the like. This, together with the Asian financial crisis that followed, had dealt a heavy blow to the construction industry in Hong Kong, and surveyors were no exception.
You remember that in those days, the fear and uncertainty of Hong Kong's future was a great concern to most of the Hong Kong people, and a lot of people actually migrated overseas, and many of them were surveyors. But then I think it created a lot of opportunities for some Hong Kong surveyors too. The Hong Kong surveying profession used to be dominated by major, I would say, British surveying companies. But nowadays you will see that you have medium-sized and small-sized survey firms started by local Hong Kong people. And that was, I think, probably a result of the migration effect.
During difficult times, those without the necessary skills and market application will find it difficult to survive. We believe that the needs of the industry was changing and had to find more innovative solutions to satisfy our clients. There would be much potential synergy by complementing the skill of each other, such as building surveyors and general practice surveyors. The integration and harmonization of service has resulted in an absolute competitive edge and a broader client base with increasing business opportunity on various aspects. Real competitiveness starts with creativity, continues with quality and integrity. To achieve this goal, we need the personal commitment and concerted effort from the whole membership.
Our relationship was getting closer and closer after the handover. HKIS and the China real estate appraiser reached agreement in principle to allow our GP surveyor to become a member of our mainland counterpart. By being a member of CRIEA, our member can set up company in China and also do more business in China. In return, HKIS will accept their member to become HKIS member.
I recall in 2002, I was asked by the media a couple of times how the property market had affected our members as a whole. I told them surveyors are very adaptive to changes. There were plenty of opportunities for our members because our core business is dealing with land. During my term of office, I strongly advocate, firstly, to reinforce our understanding of the land and its development, and to sharpen our tools to manage the massive land information. In doing so, we can deliver quality service to our clients. And secondly, to reach to outside professional bodies around the world, even to the north, so as to make contact with them and to reach mutual recognition of comparable standing.
In the year 2002, architects, engineers, surveyors, and landscape architects thought that we need an organization to organize ourselves so that we can respond to the green building movement. The Professional Green Building Council was formed to encourage our professionals to look more to environmental friendly practices in the planning, design, construction, and operation. We organize activities to increase our knowledge in green building and sustainable building. As at the end of January this year, there are some 450 projects been registered with the Hong Kong Green Building Council for a green building assessment under BEAM+. So we can see that over the 10 years of the work by the Professional Green Building Council, we see that more and more building professionals are more environmentally conscious.
In 2003, the SARS outbreak in Hong Kong not only led to suspension of school classes, it also hit hard on businesses. Unemployment rates in major industries, including construction, were pushed to an all-time high, but in the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. The Institute had taken a series of actions to strengthen the ties with its counterparts and as a result, opened up more opportunities for its fellow members.
To the Institute, besides celebrating her 20th anniversary, it is a year of changes. Through the first reciprocity agreement of professional qualification, reached under the provision of CIPA, about 100 general practice members of the Institute become members of the China Institute of Real Estate Appraiser and receive the registration certificate, qualifying them to practice on valuation in the mainland. Such arrangement is the first and in fact significant step for the Institute to expand the geographic boundary, allowing our members to provide surveying service to the mainland.
We have raised the community's awareness of the Institute. Being a professional institute, we have to safeguard the Institute's image as a regulatory body to uphold professional standards and ethics. In meeting the public expectation, the Institute play a proactive role in public consultation. In the past 30 years, we spent a lot of efforts in conducting research on many major land and infrastructure development projects and propose suitable solutions to all the related problems.
We signed a reciprocity agreement with the Australian Institute of Quantity Surveyors. We also signed a reciprocity agreement with the New Zealand Institute of Quantity Surveyors. We also signed a reciprocity agreement with the China Association of Engineering Consultants. These agreements enables our quantity surveyors to be recognized in Australia and New Zealand, and also for our building surveyors to be recognized in the mainland China.
On behalf of the HKIS, I signed a number of agreements with the overseas professional institutes, including the Canada Professional Institute about quantity surveying, the Japan Institute about the building surveying, and of course, with a number of organizations in our mother country, China, and we work together to have some agreements to assist, on the one hand, our surveyors and our members can provide practice in China, in mainland. On the other hand, I also assisted our China professionals. They can work more in Hong Kong and in the overseas areas.
In a bid to chart a new course for Hong Kong's future, the Chief Executive's policy address in 2007 announced 10 major infrastructure projects, including the Kai Tak Development Plan, the South Island Line, the Sha Tin to Central Line, and the Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge. This is what we now call another golden age for the construction industry.
We thought it would be very important to send a very clear message to our members that we as the council, we were ready. We would be able to help our members. We would be able to lead our members through the storm. Together with the other professional institutions, we made quite a lot of requests asking governments to speed up on expenditure on infrastructure projects. And I think at the end of the day, we had quite a lot of positive response from government. Although it would not be a short-term effort to suddenly increase the infrastructure investment, but we had concrete assurance from the government that there was some definite plans to invest more in public works projects.
One of the most shocking events during my term as president of the Hong Kong IS was the collapse of an old building in Mao Tai Wai Road. Right after the event, the buildings department started to inspect all the old buildings in Hong Kong. But the definition of the old building, according to the buildings department, was 50 years old. And tenants living in buildings that are less than 50 years old, but are considered to be old in Hong Kong standard, were worry about the conditions of their buildings. The building surveying discipline of the Hong Kong IS quickly assembled a team to provide voluntary services to the tenants living in buildings that were 30 to 50 years old. This was a voluntary service provided by the building surveyors of the Hong Kong IS. We are very proud that our building surveyors has exhibited an immense professionalism and care for the society.
For the past decades, Hong Kong IS has paved the way for its members to enter into the China market. The 12th five-year plan was really a gift. Quality urbanization, plus new transport systems, plus new investments, plus housing developments, all brought along very good and unmeasurable opportunities and challenges to surveyors and other professionals working in the region. To capture the new opportunities from the 12th five-year plan, we also established a CIPA committee. For the benefits of our surveyors, we managed to negotiate and to strengthen our cooperation with many authorities in China.
Year 2012 also witnessed the pretty unhealthy property market, and the government had to impose various measures on it. Being one of the most important property professional institutions in Hong Kong, we were frequently approached by the media and the government on these related topics. Apart from the usual international, mainland and local affairs and activities, we had co-organized with other professional institutions for two special forums during the year. One was for the Hong Kong SAR Chief Executive election, and the other one was for the Legislative Council election. These two forums provide the golden opportunities for my members to meet with other professionals, to share and discuss their concerns and expectations to all the candidates.
My major achievements during my year of presidency is the opening of the first Chinese office in mainland China, which is in Beijing. As the cooperations between Hong Kong surveyors and other industry players in the mainland continue to deepen, the Beijing representative office will enable us to provide better services to our members being stationed in the mainland, facilitates them for closer communications with our mainland counterparts, and strengthen our ties with relevant mainland authorities. As our mainland membership continues to grow, we are looking to open more representative offices, maybe in Shanghai, Shenzhen, and other major cities in the very near future.
HKIS takes pride in sharing a common fate with its fellow members throughout its 30 years of surveying service. After 3 decades of unremitting efforts, the membership has now grown from 85 to over 8,000. HKIS will continue to strive for the provision of professional services and support to its members the next 30 years and beyond.
Year 2014 marks the 30th anniversary of the Institute. We will organize a series of surveyor luncheons throughout the year and invite permanent speakers to deliver talks. On the social event, there are many interesting activities: the tram parties, Hong Kong IS concert, family sports days, and various sports competitions. We will continue to serve the community with excellency. We will help formulation of government policy with our professional expertise, building strong connection with the counterparts in the mainland and the other parts of the world. We will uphold the professional standards and sustain the influence and success in the society. Congratulations to Hong Kong IS on its 30th anniversary.